Hello, and thanks for joining us, folks, for this midweek NBA action on 2K Sports. Along with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, I'm Kevin Harlan. Last outing for Minnesota, they won that game against the Heat in Miami.
And I think everybody who was at that game would agree it was their defense that really won it for them.
Yeah, they were all over the place, flying all over the court on D. The kind of hustle that pays off big time for you.
Here's the starting group for Houston. Beverly and Harden man the backcourt. Howard is out there with Smith, and it's Ariza in at the 3 slot.
You can't help but respect Patrick Beverly's defensive approach to the game. Always aggressive, going for steals or deflections, but he rarely sacrifices good defensive position. Just a very good, disciplined defensive ball player.
Dwight Howard joining a great lineage, Steve, of Houston Rocket big men over the years, from the great Elvin Hayes to Moses Malone, Hakeem Olajuwon, to Yao Ming. I mean, what a litany of wonderful players in the history of that franchise.
Yeah, there was that great photo at the press conference a couple years back when Dwight signed with Houston. The photo included a lot of those former Rocket big men. And I think it's a good fit. He seems to be very comfortable in Houston, and he's part of what is a really good young club.
Harden gets to Ariza. Into Smith. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Smith's got his first bucket in this one.
And the Rockets hiring Hakeem Olajuwon to work with Dwight on his moves. Between the Dream and Kevin McHale, that's a wealth of post-scoring expertise for Howard to draw upon. But again, those two guys did it at a Hall of Fame level. Dwight has that potential, but will he put in the work necessary to grow into that type of low post scoring?
Here's Beverly after the made shot from Ricky Rubio. Ariza has the open look, and that comes off the assist by Dwight Howard.
He can become a weapon for them if he gets going early from long range.
The Timberwolves have gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game.
And Kevin McHale has worked with Dwight on trying to stay low and exploit his quickness advantage, beat his defender to the spot, and then power through for the finish.
Now here's Wiggins, coming off a solid outing against Miami. 5 on the clock. Pekovic inside, working on Howard. Goes up again, and Pekovic with the lay-in.
You got to put bodies on the glass right there. They just are not getting it done on the boards.
Yeah, they've got to do a much better job of going harder than that to the glass.
Now here's Ariza. Back to Harden. Pulls up. Again, the Rockets score.
4 straight makes out of the gate. That's a sweet start.
If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. The drive by Rubio. That's good. Rubio's got 6 points. Rockets have gone 4 of 4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here. Harden dishes to Beverly. Pass to Smith. The shot is off. So Minnesota will take it the other way. And this is the first season matchup for them against this Rockets team.
And this is a big game, guys, today, because these teams will see each other 3 more times down the road. And this one kind of sets the tone for the season series.
Houston in the lead.
Well, certainly a story here at the Target Center is the ongoing $100 million renovation to the building. Split 50-50 between the team and the city of Minneapolis. And that's great news for Timberwolves fans.
That was simply a defensive breakdown there, Kevin. He was all alone for that shot. It was a warm-up jumper.
Garnett with the screen for Rubio. Garnett outside. He dishes it to Martin. Lets the 3 fly. And it's Wiggins missing.
And you look at the long list of improvement for the Target Center. New lobbies, new box office, renovated locker rooms, new clubs and gathering areas. Seems like they're getting great bang for their buck.
Kicks to Ariza. Lets it go from deep. And that comes off the assist by Dwight Howard. Howard's got his 3rd assist on the night.
And the story of this game in the early stages is just how well they've been shooting the ball.
Steve, their percentage from the floor is really impressive up to this point.
Now here's Garnett. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Rubio misses. And guys, it can be tough to see teams pressuring cities for new arenas. Nice that the Timberwolves can stay put and still get those improvements.
Absolutely, Kevin. You know, this building is good bones, a great location, so it's a pleasure to see the transformation they're making here, and we're already starting to see some of the results of that.
Well, Dwight Howard, in his words, back to having fun playing basketball last season in Houston. A younger group, more compatible to his fun-loving personality, and certainly with Harden and others, they've got a depth of talent that is very impressive. Probably the best core around him of his entire career.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Gorgie Dang's checked in for Nikola Pekovic. Payne comes in for Kevin Garnett. Muhammad, he's checked in for Wiggins. And Gary Neal subbed in for Martin. Here's Neal. 11 points for him in that last game against the Heat in Miami. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Clark bit by bit recovering from his back surgery, which really waylaid him in the 2012 year.
It did, and it takes a couple of years to come back from that kind of back injury. And, you know, it did limit some of his explosiveness around the rim as a shot blocker, but he seems to be close to where he was prior to surgery now.
And it's Terry off the drive. Back to Harden. From deep three-point range, the rebound by the Timberwolves.
I tell you, he had all the time in the world to get that shot off.
Rubio, an easy 2 points on the layup. Rubio's got 8 points.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
Yep, that's something that the defense has to put a stop to. Maybe a defensive adjustment is necessary here.
Now here's Jones. Harden outside. The dish to Terry. 5 to shoot. Fires the three. And Harden with the basket on the assist by Terry. Harden's got his second bucket of the game to go. Now Rubio. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Heat in Miami.
And he was just lurking defensively in that game, Kevin. 4 steals during that ballgame.
And he drains the three, but let's see, they may need to review it. I'm not sure the ball was out of his hand in time. And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time?
And a good job by the officials getting together and going to the replay. I mean, remember how frustrating it was before the rule was implemented to see a replay of an easily correctable call?
Yeah, I think the straw that finally broke the camel's back, Clark, was in the 2002 Western Conference Finals. Remember the Lakers beat the Kings by 1 point in that critical Game 4, and that came after LA was awarded a three-pointer at halftime that was clearly after the buzzer.
Well, the ruling is in, and the call stands. No basket, so no change, Clark, in the scoreboard as we end the quarter.
Smart decision to review the shot. That was indeed very close to being legitimate.